I'm Supreetha. Welcome to my math class. So what did we study in the previous video on limits? We studied the concept of limits. Yes. We studied about right hand limit, left hand limit, what happens when they are equal, what happens when they are not equal. Yes. And then we solved some problems on limits. And then we studied about the sandwich theorem. We studied about sin x divided by x. What happens to sin x divided by x as x tends to 0? Yes. Today, to begin the class with, let me take a problem. Okay. So, as limit x tends to 3, x square minus 9 divided by x minus 3. What is the value of this? Yes. In the place of x, let me substitute 3. Okay. So what would I get? I would get 9 minus 9 divided by 3 minus 3. Yes. This is equal to 0 divided by 0. So as I told you in previous videos, 0 by 0 is known as the indeterminate form in mathematics. Okay. Indeterminate. Yes. Indeterminate basically means undefined. Okay. Indeterminate. So when you arrive at indeterminate forms, you try to simplify the given question. Yes. Can I simplify this? Yes. This is in the form of a square minus b square. I can write it as, what is the formula for a square minus b square? Isn't it a plus b into a minus b? Yes. So if I write this in the form of that, using the formula, I would get x plus 3 into x minus 3 divided by x minus 3. Yes, I have the limit here. Limit x tending to 3. Yes. So here x minus 3 and x minus 3 gets cancelled and I would get 6. So now, by simplifying the given question, we arrived at an answer. We got a limit. Yes. Now, are there any other indeterminate forms? Yes. So now, the same question, let's say limit x tends to infinity. Yes. X square minus 9 divided by x minus 3. Yes. So what would I get? I would get infinity square minus 9 divided by infinity minus 3. So this would be, let me say, infinity divided by infinity. So you cannot cancel infinity by infinity because they say infinity is not just a number. Yes. So this is an indeterminate form. Yes. So are there any other indeterminate forms? Yes. Let me write that down. Okay. So now we saw that 0 by 0 is an indeterminate form. Yes. Infinity divided by infinity is an indeterminate form. Okay. So other indeterminate forms are 0 into infinity. Okay. And then infinity into infinity. Yes. 0 to the power 0. And then 1 power infinity. And infinity to the power 0. So all these terms in mathematics are undefined and they are called indeterminate forms. So what do we do when we arrive at indeterminate form? We try to change the expression a bit. Okay. So now let me take another example. Yes. So limit Okay, limit x tends to infinity 2x square minus 3x, yes, plus 7 divided by x square plus 47x plus 1. Can you simplify this? Can you pause the video and try simplifying it using the factor method or any method that comes to your mind? Yes. So now you can see that you cannot solve it using factor method or any other method, right? So what would you do at this point? Because we are getting a infinity by infinity form here. Yes. So our solution to the problem is L'Hospital rule. Yes. What is this L'Hospital's rule? If you ask me, it states that you take a, okay, what was the general form we wrote for limit? X tends to a f of x, right? Okay, let me take g of x too. Yes, because, okay. So L'Hospital's rule says that you just differentiate the given functions. Yes, you differentiate the functions, you would get, and then apply the limit, you would get your answer. Okay, so remember that we have f of x divided by g of x, right? So L'Hospital's rule can be applied only for 0 by 0 form and infinity by infinity form. Okay, so let me take this question itself. Yes, x square minus 9. Okay, so yes, limit x tending to 3 x square minus 9 divided by x minus 3. Okay, for L'Hospital's rule, what should I do? X tending to 3, yes, d by dx of x square minus 9 divided by d by dx of x minus 3. Okay, so what would this be? Limit x tending to 3, 2x, right, divided by 1. So what would you get? 2 into 3, this is 6. Yes, so we got 6 over here. What did we get? Without L'Hospital's rule. So can I say that L'Hospital rule holds good? Yes. Now let's solve this one using L'Hospital's rule. Yes. Okay. So what should you do for L'Hospital's rule? I just have to differentiate numerator and denominator separately. Yes. Differentiate only the numerator and then differentiate the denominator with respect to the term. Yes. Which term? This limit term. Okay. So they are saying it tends to infinity. So let me differentiate. D by dx of 2x square minus 3x plus 7, yes, divided by d by dx of x square plus 47x plus 1. So what would you get? Limit x tending to infinity, yes, 4x minus 3, this is a constant, so it becomes 0, and then 2x plus 47. Again you're getting infinity. What do? You just differentiate it again. What you did in the previous step, do that again. Yes, that is limit x tending to a f double dash of x divided by g double dash of x. Yes, so I would get limit x tending to infinity, let me write directly as 4 divided by 2. Yes, so what is the answer? 2. Yes. So moving on, let us solve a problem. Okay. Using L'Hospital's rule. Yes. So they are saying limit t tends to 1, 5 t power 4 minus 4t square minus 1 divided by 10 minus t minus 9t cube. Yes. Now, yes, what is the limit t tends to 1? What would you get? You would get 5 minus 4. What is 5 minus 4? 1. Right. What is 1 minus 1? 0. Yes. So I am getting 0. Okay. In the denominator, 10 minus 1 is 9. Again 9 minus 1 would be again 0. Right. So this is an indeterminate form. 0 by 0 is an indeterminate form, that is undefined in maths. Yes. So for that, let us use again the L'Hospital's rule. What was L'Hospital's rule? You have to differentiate the numerator. Would you do d by dx here? With which term would you differentiate? With respect to which term? dt. Yes. Divided by 10 minus t minus 9t cube. Differentiating it with respect to t. Okay. So limit t tending to 1. What would I get? 4t cube minus, sorry, I would get 5 into 4, right? 5 into 4t cube minus 8t divided by, yes, I would get minus 1 minus 27t square. Okay, so what next? If I apply the limits, would I get a value? Let me check. Yes. What is 20 minus 8? Is it 12? Yes, minus 1 minus 27 t square. Yes, that is what we got. So in the denominator, would I get minus 28? Yes. So you can do 6 divided by 14. Again, 3 divided by 7 with a negative sign. Okay. So yes, what did we study in this lecture? We tried solving a problem where we got a 0 by 0 form. Yes, in mathematics, 0 by 0 form is called as an indeterminate form. Okay, so are there any other indeterminate forms? Yes, infinity. We solved another problem where we got infinity divided by infinity. Okay. So some of the indeterminate forms are 0 by 0, infinity by infinity. For 0 by 0 and infinity by infinity, we have a solution for solving this, or a method to solve these types of problems, that is called as L'Hospital's rule. Yes. So all these other are also called as indeterminate forms. So if you ask me what is an L'Hospital rule, okay, what is this L'Hospital rule? I can say that it is a theorem which provides a technique to evaluate limits in indeterminate forms. Yes, it is a technique, okay, to evaluate limits in which is in indeterminate forms. So what do you do in this L'Hospital's rule? You have a question. Yes, in the question you get 0 by 0 form. Then, so obviously it is in A by B form. You differentiate the numerator and then you differentiate the denominator and then you apply the limit and check If you're getting 0 by 0 or infinity by infinity form, again you apply the L'Hospital's rule. Okay, so yes, that is it for today. Thank you.